Hello guys, so welcome to the new chapter Basic Electrical Properties of MOS and BiCMOS. సో ఈ వీడియోలో అయితే we will look after MOS transistor. So first we will derive the equation for IDS. So IDS stands for the current which is passing through the channel from drain to source, or we can say the electrons will flow from source to drain, or the current will flow from drain to source. So first we will take example of NMOS, which is enhancement type. Okay, and we know that electrons will flow from source to drain, and current will conventionally current will be opposite to that will flow from drain to source. Okay, when we apply voltage VDS greater than 0 and VG greater than threshold voltage. Okay, when VDS is some positive voltage and VG is greater than VT, that means the gate voltage is greater than threshold voltage. So this is the case where our MOS transistor works. So and also this particular voltage VG, which is greater than VT, will attract the electrons from the major substrate. This is P type, we know that, and this is N channel. So there will be some minority charge carriers, electrons in here, so it will try to attract these electrons. Okay, and this will induce some charge. Okay, generally this VG is used to induce the charge, whereas this voltage which we apply, if you see here, so generally we will give negative to this and positive to the drain. And similarly for gate, what we will do, we will give positive voltage. Okay, so this positive voltage will attract this, and this act as a capacitor, because so here will be insulator. Okay, here will be insulator, and the other side will be gate, and the downside will be the substrate. So this basically acts as an insulator. Okay, so this will attract the electrons. So VG is used to induce the charge. Then what is help of this VDS? So this is basically VG and this is VDS. So VDS helps to move that electrons from the induced electrons from source to drain. Okay, so the electrons will be accumulated here, and to move that electrons we need to apply some reverse bias voltage at source, so that will move away. So this VDS will helps in actual current flow. Okay, now we want to find the current flow through the current flow with help of VDS, that is called IDS, and we need to find this IDS. Okay, so first we will try to identify from the basics IDS. So we know that Q equal to IT, right? Here IDS equal to charge induced in the channel. Okay, and electron transit time. So for example, let's assume there are this is not for real purpose, let's assume generally there are 10 electrons accumulated, and accumulation doesn't mean the current is flowing, right? It has to move. With help of what they are moving? With help of VDS they are moving. Okay, so QC is the charge accumulated, and it takes some time to transit from source to drain. That is known as transit time. Okay, now we will find what is this transit time. That equal to, let's take that as tau st, that equal to length of channel by velocity. All right, so here length is the channel length, so how much time it is taking means the length by velocity of that particular electron. Okay, so this is the transient time equation, and here velocity of that particular electron depends upon whatever the voltage electric field that is applied. So here as I already told, VDS is responsible for current flow, VG is responsible for inducing the charge. So VDS corresponding electric field EDS helps in the mobility of the electron. So we will get velocity is equal to nu E ds. So these are from the basics of electricity. V equal to nu E, and here E electric field equal to EDS. So we got velocity and also length. So just substitute EDS equal to VDS by L. We know that electric field equal to voltage by length. Okay, so EDS equal to VDS by L. So let us assume this is equation 3 and this is equation 4. Substitute both 3 and 4 in equation 2. So we will get tau SD is equal to L square nu L square by nu VDS. So let's remember this. We will use in the further explanation. Alright, so we have got this, and we know that whenever Vg is less than threshold voltage, whatever the VDS is, there will be no current. So cutoff region, something is completed. Now let's see what is at amplifier region, which is non-saturated region. So let's see what happens for the IDS current in the non-saturated region. So for in non-saturated region, obviously VGS must be greater than threshold voltage, and very important point is, as I already told here, let me show you. So in active region, this is the condition. In active region, gate voltage is always greater than threshold, and VDS, okay, VDS is always less than VGS minus VT, where VT is V threshold voltage and this is gate voltage. So only this is the one formula you need to remember. And similarly, when VGS greater than or equal to VT and VDS greater than or equal to VGS minus VTS, so the saturation occurs. Okay, and we have to remember that VDS is always less than or equal to not equal to less than VGS minus VT. Okay, so these are the two equations which we can say in non-saturated region. And as I told earlier, okay, there is something called VGS, which helps in inducing charge. Okay, but VGS is not directly inducing the charge. There will be some effective voltage which helps in inducing the charge. So if you observe the diagram carefully, so if we take some average, okay, V effective, as I am deriving, let's take that as V average. So the average voltage which induces the electrons in the which are minority charge carriers in the P substrate. So actually we will apply VGS here, okay, and to compensate the threshold voltage, minus VT is going to be reduced, and also to flow the electrons from source to drain, we will be applying here negative voltage. Okay, so this will linearly vary with the channel. When it comes to middle of channel, the effect of this VDS will be, okay, this VDS will be VDS by 2. Okay, the effect of VDS at the middle of channel equal to VDS by 2. So that is actually negative, right? So that will be negative effect. So that negative effect will oppose the positive, I mean this positive VGS. Generally VGS is used to attract the electrons. So this negative will help to repel that electrons whichever attracted by this VGS, and we need to also compensate that will be approximately equal to VDS by 2. Okay, so we got V effective equal to VGS minus VT minus VDS by 2. So this is the effective voltage which induces the charge. So this is very important turning point of the derivation, which induces charge. All right, now we have came to the major important point, V effective that equal to VGS minus VT minus VDS by 2. Now let's discuss about the, as I told earlier, there will be insulator in between the gate and the substrate. So that there will be some insulator, silicon dioxide, which is Thinox. So because of that there will be some capacitance. Okay, so the capacitance is due to charge accumulated. So generally what is capacitance? If we observe carefully, for example, there is a single wire, very long wire, and we are pushing large electrons in it. What will happen? It will burst. So if there is little electrons coming out of that wire and very large electrons are pushing into the wire, so actually some electrons will be stored, accumulated in that wire. So even wire is also acting as a capacitor, but it has very negligible capacitance. Okay, so here also lot of electrons are accumulating here. So because of accumulation, it is storing the electrons. So storing electrons is nothing but it is having some energy. Energy is stored. That is the capacitor actually, right? So that capacitor is equal to epsilon A by D. So epsilon is nothing but epsilon oxide, because we have to take the permittivity of that particular silicon dioxide, thin silicon dioxide, and area is equal to W by L. So here area is equal to area of the parallel plate, or we can say if there is a gate here, okay, gate, so area of gate will be A, and D is equal to thickness of silicon dioxide. So generally take a capacitor, okay, and it is having some positive charge and negative charge. So what is capacitance? Epsilon A by D, where A equal to area of this plate and D is distance between two plates. So here also distance between them is occupied with the insulator. So here also it will be occupied by the insulator. Here insulator is nothing but silicon dioxide. So that we need to take the length of that silicon dioxide. So epsilon A by D. So we can write area as like width into length, right? Width into length. I have written that. So we have came across the major thing, that is capacitance, and we have calculated the effective voltage. Now QC equal to C into V. So this C is nothing but what we have derived here, and this V is nothing but V effective, which helps in inducing that particular charges. So just substitute this V effective and C in this equation, we will get like this, okay, we will get like this. And now IDS equal to, as I told earlier, what is wait for 1 minute. So we will get epsilon x WL by D into VGS. Okay, we have got the charge, right? We have got the charge, let it be 3. But whatever I told earlier, IDS equal to current flowing equal to charge induced by electron transit time. So substitute these 3 in the numerator, and we have already derived here. You can see top, you can see tau ST is equal to L square by nu VDS. So if you substitute these two equations, these 3 in the numerator and this tau ST in the denominator, we will get IDS that equal to QC by tau. That will be like this, okay, and LL will get cancelled. Okay, LL will get cancelled. So this nu epsilon and D, okay, take these 3 things. So this will be equal to some constant K, which is known as fabrication constant, and IDS equal to KW, that is nothing but width of, what we can say, height of that particular plate, by L into VGS minus VT minus VDS by 2 into VDS, okay. So this is the current passing for the non-saturation region. So as I told earlier, for saturation region, what is the equation? VDS is, okay, VDS is always, let me show you again, VDS is always greater than or equal to VGS minus VT. So VDS is greater than VGS minus VT. So actually the gate voltage is constant. We will try to increase this particular VDS. So up to what extent we can increase? So whenever the VDS crosses this particular voltage, saturation occurs. So even VDS equal to VGS minus VT also, saturation occurs. So let's see what is saturation current. Substitute. So we have got here term VDS. So substitute VDS equal to VGS minus VT. For saturation, VDS equal to VGS minus VT. So we will get like this, and this is the equation for the saturation region. Okay, so we have calculated the current for 3 different operating condition. One is cutoff, one is non-saturation, as well as the saturation. Now let us conclude it. So for cutoff region, IDS equal to 0, and whatever the VDS value, okay, whatever the VDS value, it doesn't matter until or unless VGS is less than VT, that is threshold voltage. And at active region, we will get like this, KW by L, VGS minus VT whole square minus VGS minus VT by 2 into VDS, where VGS is greater than or equal to VT, and VDS is always less than VGS minus VT. For saturation region, we already know that VDS is always greater than or equal to VGS minus VT. So when we are substituting here, we will be simplifying to this IDS equation. So that's it about NMOS IDS. So we will, if if I get more response to this video, I will even also try to do PMOS current, okay, IDS.